What's up, YouTube? It's Deeply in Love here. It's about quarter after 11, and I was just about to take it down and go to sleep when I decided to just check a couple of news stories real quick. And I came across one in Ohio where this 10-year-old little boy, and you have to excuse the raspiness of my voice. I am nursing a cold, and you can probably see little shininess around my nose and my neck. I have the Vicks trying to let the menthol work its magic. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. I came across this news clip in Ohio. This 10-year-old little boy um, has been charged with killing his mother. And according to the report, he and his mother argued about him chopping firewood, and he didn't want to do it. So he shot her and killed her. And the twist is they're reluctant to charge this 10-year-old little boy as an adult because of his age. And he can be out by the time he's 21. Meanwhile, it has me thinking, first of all, about Lionel Tate, the 12-year-old from Florida who accidentally killed his neighbor when performing a wrestling move. And he was charged as an adult and sentenced to life in prison. And that sentence was appealed, and he was let out on parole. But anyone who knows anything about the prison industrial complex, prison does not rehabilitate. It only breeds better criminals. You know, he got out on parole only to turn around and get back into a life of crime. A 12-year-old little boy's life ruined because of a mistake. But anyway, back to this 10-year-old that could be out by the time he's 21. Like, I didn't want to just automatically paint it as a racial thing. So I started doing research on other, preteens who have been convicted of murder and tried as adults. And I came across a story in Boston and another one in Texas. And I guess the point that I'm trying to make is what makes this 10-year-old any different than a 12-year-old? How can a 12-year-old be charged as an adult, but a 10-year-old can't? And especially when I compare it to the Lionel Tate case, because kids have a tendency to mock and emulate what they see and hear on television. And he sees these men wrestling and they get up, and next week they're back to doing the exact same thing. So at 12 years old, when it has been proven that the part of your brain that helps you to not so much determine right from wrong, but I can't exactly pinpoint it, but when I get it, I'll definitely put in I know an annotation here. But it's a part of the brain that is not fully developed until we are in our mid-20s or so, that kind of has an effect on our decision-making process. So I, I don't want to think of it as a racial thing because, like I said, there's other cases of these children who have been convicted of murder and charged as adults as young as 11 and 12 years old. But I just can't help but to compare it to this Lionel Tate case where you had this 12-year-old boy who was imitating something that he saw on television, as opposed to a 10-year-old who knows what guns are capable of doing. He argued with his mother. She told him to do something. He didn't want to do it, and he blew her away. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Where is the justice in sending him to juvenile detention and letting him out by the time he's 21, and putting Lionel Tate in prison with grown-ass men? it it boggles the mind. But I'm so tired. I'll just keep rambling on and on and on. So I don't know. Take a look at the cases, research it for yourself, come back. Let me know what you think about the situation. Do you think that the 10-year-old should be tried as an adult? I mean, do you really think there's that much of a difference between the mind of a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old to say that that the 12-year-old knew what he was doing and should be tried as an adult and should be sentenced to life in prison, as opposed to, someone who's just 2 short years younger, not being tried as an adult and going through the juvenile court process and possibly being out by the time he's 21? Let me know what you think about it, and we'll discuss it. Peace.